Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, I'm going to teach you how to sew this gorgeous bubu kaftan dress. To achieve this particular kind of bubu, we shall need to utilize this slash and spread method. So what we did initially is just to draft a pattern on a paper. So we start by putting all of the horizontal line. We have the shoulder line and the bust line, the waist line, and the hem line. Our hem is 57 inches from the shoulder line. From the shoulder line, our bust line is 10 inches from the shoulder line. The waistline is 17 inches from the shoulder line. So then the hip line is 25 inches from the shoulder line. These are basically the vertical measurement we shall be needing. Our shoulder measurement is 56 inches. We measure from the center back with your hand wide open. So then we take the half of it, which is 28, and we remove 4 for cuff, then making it 24 inches. So from there, we draw a vertical line downward up to the hip line. From that, it's going to be as well, you are going to measure 24 inches from the center front on the hip line as well, then connect to the shoulder line. Then you go to the hem line, which is going to be the hem opening. You are going to be using your hip measurement, which is 44 divided by 4, that is 11, add 5 to it, that is 16. So we measure 16 and we draw line upward up to the waistline. Then we carve it out as you've seen in the diagram. It gets up to you. What you see is that we carve it out up to the waistline and the curve start from the hip line. So you see as you just follow the procedure in the video. So because we are going to be using a stretchy material, the neck opening we are going to be using 2 inches by 2 inches. The neck wide width is going to be 2 inches. The neck depth is going to be 2.5 inches. So we cut it out. That's for our front pattern. So these are basically our front pattern. We are done with the front pattern. What we are going to do as well, we are going to cut the back pattern. This pattern is on fold, so we are going to cut the back pattern so that when we are drafting, it will be easier for us. So my paper is short because of the I combine paper to get this type of big pattern. So what we are going to do now is later I'm going to add 3 inches to the edge of this paper. So what we did is that we cut out the back pattern. After we cut out the back pattern, we kept it. Then we are coming back to the front pattern. Basically, it's the front pattern that we're going to be slashing. So just look at what we are going to be doing on the front pattern. So to the front pattern, this is the back pattern. We are cutting out the back, and we are cutting out back neck with neck opening. So we take the front pattern, measure 5 inches inward from the nape of the neck at the center front, and then go to the waistline at the center front, connect from that marking you just marked, that 5 inches inward to the center front at the waistline as seen in the picture. So you are going to cut this part out. This part is not going to be slashed, so this part is going to remain the way it is. It's just like a yoke. So let's call this part a yoke. So we're taking this yoke out. Then this remaining part is what we're going to be slashing. So this is what we're going to be doing. We shall put our ruler from the ending of that yoke. What we did was we notch the shoulder and we notch the bust line. So from the ending of that yoke, we are taking this line like this, almost diagonal. We are rolling a line, then we slash. Then we rule another line that is 2 inches away from it. Then we rule several lines that are 2 inches away from it. You can make it 3 inches. It all depends on your paper. This particular paper is very big, and this particular paper is big as well. The fabric we are using is not as big as we required, so we are still going to manage it this way. So you continue slashing, you continue marking out like this till you get your desired slashing. So what we did was, after we make this line, we cut it out, cut it out this way. Then the next thing is to start slashing. You slash it, you can slash it to your required length. You can bend it as much as there's material. But as you can see, this is a very big pattern, so we don't have enough. We cannot really manipulate it like if it's a small pattern based on our fabric, their fabric that is available. So we keep slashing, slashing, slashing. Then the next thing we shall be doing is spreading. After you slash, we spread. So you're going to be spreading according to your material. Remember that is on fold. This material is going to be on fold. So this is what you're going to do. This is gradually you're going to spread it this way. You can spread it the way you want. It also, like I told you before, it all depends on the material. So this guy is going to be looking. You're going to spread it on your fabrics. When you spread it on your fabrics, you bring it out and mark it. So in this particular part, if we like, we can decide to if we like, we can decide to mark it out on another pattern paper. But we don't have that particular kind of we don't have the paper that will contain this. So we are going to mark it directly on the fabrics. So now this is it. We mark it on the fabrics and cut it out. So the fabric is on fold. So you see it's going to be on fold, and we are marking it out. Then if you finish marking this out, you are going to mark out the yoke too. We use that other angle at the center front to mark out the yoke. The yoke is going to be ×2 of this, because we are going to have the yoke is going to be having on the layer, so it's going to be ×2. You're going to be fixing this ×2. So this is it. You mark it out and you cut out. So this is your front pattern. So you cut it out. When you cut it out, and next thing you're going to do is you also paste the back pattern on the fabric that is folded as well. Then cut it out. But then you take it to your sewing machine and sew. What we did is that we use a straight machine in sewing the yoke and the front piece together, while the side piece we were using an interlock, what they call it, is a weaving machine to sew the side seams together. So because the material is a bit stretchy, this particular material is a bit stretchy, and forgot to tell you the material requirement for this particular size is 3.5 inches, because is 3.5 inches. We are using 3.5 yards rather. So we're using 3.5 yards. Please kindly go to comment section and make a comment, and like, subscribe, and share our video. If there's anything you would like us to teach you more about, please don't hesitate to tell us. We can teach as much as possible. So this is the back pattern that is being cut out, and so what else do you need? You just need the sleeve. The sleeve is going to be about 5 inches long. So we are going to make it 5. We are going to cut a tubular material, and that is there is 10-inch long and 10-inch wide. So when we fold it is going to be 5-inch by 5-inch wide. So we're coming to the end of the video. Thank you very much for staying up to this time.